Well, Seattle baseball is celebrating a bit of an unusual milestone this week. It's the 90th anniversary of a fire that eventually led to the arrival of Major League Baseball in Seattle. Jake Garcia from our sister station in Seattle explains why.
If I told you the Seattle Mariners were sparked from an actual spark, would you know the story? If I told you the fire of a fan base was rooted in an actual fire, would you know who to thank? You have to go back to 1932 and the 4th of July.
Not a lot of people that I think are aware of it now.
This is Dave Eskenazi, Seattle's unofficial baseball historian.
The further back you go, the more interesting it is, and Dugdale is certainly a major part of our early baseball history.
Dugdale was both a person and a park. Daniel Dugdale, a former pro baseball player from the Midwest, he came to the Northwest in 1898 because of the Klondike Gold Rush, got rich off real estate in Seattle, and built a baseball stadium for the minor league Seattle Indians. A stadium that was both a cathedral.
It was state-of-the-art at the time. It was an all-wooden structure.
And a catastrophe waiting to happen.
On July 4th, 1932, after a doubleheader at the ballpark around midnight, calls started coming in for a fire at the ballpark. Turned out to be a 3-alarm fire that burned it to the ground. They thought it could be an errant cigarette. They thought it could be the fireworks show on the 4th of July that went awry and caused it. They didn't find out until 3 years later that it was actually arson. His name was Robert Bruce Driscoll.
Driscoll targeting America's pastime on America's Day, perhaps because of an unfulfilled American dream.
He felt beaten down by the world. He was unemployed. He was homeless. He slept in boxcars.
He'd confessed to over 140 fires in Seattle, according to records from the fire department, saying he did it because of my destitute circumstances and because I was sore at the world in general.
And Driscoll used some of these discarded programs he found outside the stadium, along with some wood and some kindling to start the fire.
But Driscoll didn't just start a fire. He started a series of events that would lead to Major League Baseball coming to Seattle.
You can make the case that the burning of Dugdale Park did change our baseball history for the positive. Not initially, because the Seattle Indians then had to play their games at Civic Field, which was not even a baseball park, but this led to the team being sold to Emil Sick and the building of Sick Seattle Stadium on the same site as the burned down Dugdale Park. And this was the home of the Seattle Rainiers, who were one of the most successful and popular minor league teams in history.
Their success was leveraged into a consolation prize.
If not for the Seattle Rainiers, perhaps we never would have had the Seattle Pilots, the first major league team in 1969.
And then the ultimate prize,
which led directly to the Seattle Mariners.
One generation's tragedy leading to another generation's triumph.
There's a through line and a thread where if Dugdale Park didn't burn down, we may not have had Major League Baseball.